Watch this now and learn how to quickly and effectively raise capital for your company. Hi, I'm John Fazio. Welcome to my presentation on raising capital. More than 99% of those companies seeking a capital investment fail, and 90% of startups and small businesses eventually fail. According to the SBA and other sources, this is largely due to lack of capital and insufficient planning. So, companies need capital to grow and survive, but almost never get it. Why don't startups and smaller companies get the capital they need? It's usually a combination of not knowing how and where to get it. When they approach investment banking firms, they can't afford their high fees. Fees are often as high as $40,000 and up, plus a hefty success fee on top. This all seems perplexing to many entrepreneurs because they have great products that they expect investors to be lined up to fund their idea. What entrepreneurs don't understand is that investors are looking for more than just a great product. They are looking for a great business and a great team, to name some of the more important elements of an acceptable investment for them. Investors want to hear a great story, a great pitch, before they will invest. Entrepreneurs rarely believe they have to prepare the company and offering to attract investors. They spend an abundance of time and effort on the product, but little, if any, time on the presentation to investors. There are a number of other elements of an offering that investors focus on. One of the most important being risk, and another being reward. An analysis of risks and rewards needs to be presented in the right way to gain investor interest. The journey to a successful capital raise is complicated. Accountants and attorneys are not capital acquisition experts. Entrepreneurs often outsource many functions to their accountant or attorney, as these professions are highly trusted and the entrepreneur typically has a relationship with them. But accountants and attorneys have completely different skill sets. When it comes to capital acquisition, they are outside of their competencies in almost every case. The capital raise mythology is replete with unbelievable success stories, with entrepreneurs walking into an investor meeting with an idea on a napkin and walking out with a check for tens of millions of dollars in funding. These anecdotal stories fuel the myth of easy investor money. Investors are smart people who are very careful about where they put their money. It takes a lot of work to convince them to invest in a business. Entrepreneurs are generally surprised at how much work it is to raise capital and how long it takes. Be prepared for the arduous work of raising capital if you expect to be successful. Entrepreneurs usually take on the capital raise task themselves, but are they competent at that task? That's because investment banking companies that provide capital acquisition and business consultants are almost always too pricey for a startup or early stage business. It's expensive, so entrepreneurs try to do it themselves. A capital raise is not a do-it-yourself project, though, especially if you don't know how and haven't done it before. So I always advise entrepreneurs to get back to their core competencies. Entrepreneurs have a tremendous amount on their plates when it comes to launching a business or moving it to the next level. Raising capital is not one of their core competencies. An investment banking service for smaller companies can free up your time to focus on your business and provide expertise in preparing the business for funding, and it can implement a successful capital raise. How to raise capital for your business. You need to create a solid business plan. A well-done business plan is the foundation of your capital raise. The plan will include a good set of projections, a good cash flow statement, and a great marketing plan. The marketing plan section will need to cover both the market you are targeting and how you will reach them. The plan also needs to address your company's team and advisors. You need to value your business. The business plan will be the basis for your company's valuation. There are various methods of valuing a business, but early stage or startups are mostly based on your future projections. The amount of risk involved in your business takes various factors into consideration, and these discount the value of the offering. Consider what other companies like yours are valued at. If you have current sales and profits, how profitable is the business now? Then you need to create your presentation. The presentation will need to be in the form of an investor pitch deck and will utilize your business plan information and valuation for the offering. You will need to include your company's story, the problem your product solves, and the unique solution you offer. You will also want to include information on your team and their experience. Be careful to keep the deck fairly short and to the point. The deck ideally would be about 15 to 20 slides. Pitching your deal to target investors. Now that you have your presentation together, you will need to identify your target investors. You will need to locate and connect with investors that do deals like yours. Their criteria will include geography, company stage, amount of the ask, and the industry sector. Contact as many investors as possible and get the attention of a few that are a good fit for you and the business. Other documents that you need at this stage include the following: a preliminary term sheet, a prospectus or private placement memorandum, and a subscription agreement. So your alternatives are to go to a big investment banking company who's going to charge you a lot of money, and even if you do pay them money, they probably don't really want you for a customer because you're too small. They're looking for bigger deals. If you try to do it yourself, it's going to suck up a lot of time, the entrepreneur's time, the manager's time. It's going to take away from the launch of the business or the growth of the business. So my advice is to try to find a company that does this and charges, reasonable rates to get your capital raised. Thanks for watching. I'd love to talk to you about your capital raise. Just click the link to schedule a free consultation on your capital raise.